also fairly easy. I should only really have to go over one in depth a little more. So on this one, this is the incline beam. It has the two cartwheel blocks underneath it. You'll be able to see it when I send the picture out of the setup and stuff. But you're going to do walk up it and jump off into the hoop, into SLP for yellow, grapevine for green, and then bunny hop. All going up. Nobody should be going back down once they're done. They walk around and then they go again. Second one, blue beam without anything on it. Again, you'll see it here in a second when I send out the picture. Moving straddle, jump feet up, touch together above the beam. So that is exactly what it sounds like. Their hands are on the beam. They move their hands. Once they move their hands, they jump their feet up and they touch them together above the beam and they come back down. They move their hands. They jump their feet up above the beam. So it's kind of like, I was going to say leapfrog, but mixed with a bear crawl. So hands move, feet move. But when the feet move, their feet touch together above the beam. Green is going to do dip walks with their heel touching the floor. So that one is like ice cream scoops, whatever you call them. So bend the leg that you're standing on, touch your heel to the floor, step with that foot forward. So all the way down. And then red will do forward rolls, start on the beam and end in a straddle. So exactly how it sounds. Their hands go down, their head goes down, tuck their chin in, they roll. Instead of keeping their legs together in a ball, they're going to land with each leg landing on the side in a straddle of the beam. It says red beam, but we switched it and it's blue. They're going to do rocket jumps with a pit block. We call these rocket jumps because you are starting down super duper low and then you jump and blast off per se. So they hold on to the pit block, they squat down really, really, really far, as small as they can get, and then they jump up as high as they can with the pit block above their head. For green, they're going to do long jumps with the pit block. They have the pit block, so they have to swing their arms. So their block touches their legs when they're ready to jump, and then it swings above their head when they do jump, is what we tell them. And then red will do leaps over the pit block. So the pit block stays on the beam, they don't touch it at all. They pick their favorite foot, and they jump to that foot over the pit block. Or you can have them step leap if they're needing something a little bit harder, that's fine too. We're going to do the pike handstand station this time around since we haven't touched on it yet. So different variations. Yellow will do a pike upside down with their hands on the beam and their feet on the box. So all they're doing is holding a pike. So their feet will be up here and then their hands will be down here on the beam. A lot of the times they're going to want to get up here and they're going to be scared to drop down to their hands, because it's kind of a far drop depending on how small they are. So a lot of the times if they come up here, we will have them either kneel down, facing sideways, okay, and then put a hand down so they're sideways so they can still have their hand on this box, and then they kind of rotate around until their hands are on the beam. That's one way. You could also have them start their hands on the beam and with their feet on the ground, and then put one foot up here and then the other foot here. A lot of the times kids will also lay down on their stomach on this box and then slide until their hands hit it and then push up into a pike. That's totally fine too. However, you can get them to do it 90% of the way by themselves or all the way by themselves is totally fine. So they're just going to be holding the pike, booty in the air, feet on the box, hands on the beam. Okay, hold it for however long you would like to set the time for is totally fine with me. For green, they're going to do the exact same thing, except they're going to lift their favorite leg in the air. So while they're sitting here in this pike, they're going to pick their favorite leg, and it's going to go up in the air and then back down, and then up in the air and back down. If they, for whatever reason, can do that really, really well, you may give them the option to do alternating legs, but that's what they're doing in red. So make sure that both legs are totally straight, arms are totally straight, they're not wobbling all over the place, they're not falling, before you let them try anything harder than lifting their favorite leg. And then red will lift alternating legs. So same thing, hold the base position, which is their pike, hands on the beam, feet on the box. One leg goes up to the ceiling, back down, the other leg goes up to the ceiling and back down. But that is what this one is. However they're comfortable getting into it, totally fine, as long as they're doing the station correctly, totally fine. On the high beam, they're going to walk forward, balancing the beanbag on their head. The beanbag will go on their head, not on their head with their hands on their head, just simply on their head. Green will walk in passe, so foot touches the knee and back down. And then red will do walking kicks forward while balancing the beanbag on their head. So arms out to the side or hands on hips, legs kick forward, beanbag doesn't hopefully fall off the head. Our last station is the wobble board station, which is over here. This one you are welcome to have them stand against the wall before they get on it. It's a little bit easier that way. Okay, or they can do it without the wall, that's fine too. But that one, try and encourage them if they are in green or red to only use the wall if they need help getting up. But other than that, try and stay away from the wall